I think it is started. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the session of your yoga quiz. When I share my screen, my video will be not able to show you. So my screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Wait. So what we discussed today, the topic name is, yes, anyone can tell me?
Yoga Bija.
Yes, very good. Can anyone tell me what do you mean by yoga quiz? Any idea? Yes. Anyone? What do you mean by yoga bij? What do you mean by bij? Because we know about the yoga. Yes?
Seed, ma'am. Bij means seed.
Yes, very good. So bij means seed. What happened to the seed if you got one seed? Then what happened to that seed? It becomes
A plant and a tree.
yes, it becomes fast grow in the plant. Then after that, it will go and make a big tree. Okay. In the same way, here it is yog means it is called as the seed of the yoga. Okay. So here most probably we know that it is written. We will follow this book only, which is Siddha Guru Goraknath. Publication is Swami Anant Bharati. So this book we are going to follow. Okay. It is written in both English and Hindi translation is there in one book only. Okay. The total, how many slokas are there? The total you have here 200. Wait. I will show you. Wait. Yes, here it is your 201 slokas. It is showing in your screen. My screen, it is showing 201 slokas. I think I am not.
No, it is not
Yes.
showing.
Yes?
It is not showing. It is just the
Okay,
cover.
okay. So I think I am not moving it. Okay. Okay, by the way, here total slokas number is 201. So it is a very small unit and it is a part of your Hatha Yoga text. So let's start. Today we'll do our introduction class generally of Yoga Bija. Okay, so let's start with the book. So here you can able to see. Are you able to see my screen properly? It is showing. If
Yes.
it is page, or should I make it one page? It is comfortable.
One page is better because the font is very small.
Okay. Then. Now it is okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, when you zoom it, it is becoming clearer.
Okay. So I'm just doing this whole PDF so that this pages are not required. You can go through this one. Okay. The preface area, but we will start from the introduction. So here it is written introduction and Sanskrit text with Hindi translation, both are there. It is the introduction part. So shortly we'll just discuss about the introduction. As we discuss, it is yoga based. So that means here in introduction part, the ultimate of human life is not to achieve liberation after being freed from all passion. Okay, it is most probably it is discussed about the liberation which is called mukti. Clear? And most important, who are the character in this book or in this Hatha Yoga text? Now, two person is there. Here, I'm just highlighted you. Many things are discussed. It is here. Introduction and analysis. Here is it is the important. Okay. The first, if you discuss about the author, Yoga is quite unknown. So there is no author. It is mentioned in anywhere. Okay. Hope all of you see my screen. Here it is written. I'm just highlighted you. Yes. Most important points what I highlighted, you just take it a note. Okay. Because it is a small book, but you have to point out the minimum things, whatever required for the exam. See? The date and author of the Yoga is quite unknown. But it is believed that the Guru Parampara means according to the Guru Parampara, it is written or it will be work on a Guru Parampara. Can anyone tell me what do you mean by Guru Parampara?
Ma'am, the teacher-student kind of teaching and learning method where a guru imparts knowledge and a shishya or a student receives that knowledge.
Yes, very good. The Guru Parampara means where teacher and disciple is there. When Guru will be teach the students and that will be follow to the next. That will be flow to the next generation. Means next disciple when they will come, it will become in this order. Okay. So it is quietly we say that yoga is a work which is very popular in the Guru Parampara. Okay. And it is most similarly, some slokas are there in Yoga Bija, what is according to the Yoga Sikha Upanishad. Okay, little bit it is very closely with this. Here, according to the book, it is that is quietly similar. Okay, first point here we can say that there is no any author and it is coming from the Guru Parampara and it is quite later. This is also notable, the first chapter of Yoga Sikha Upanishad, which has been published by Motilal Banarasi Das. Okay, as much resembles with Yoga Bij. Means some similarities are there. What are the similarities? Here it is written. It is not needed for your exam purpose, but must have you know the knowledge of that. So these are the 9 slokas, which is quietly similar with that. And some 266 out of 364 stanzas are similar in these two works. Okay, this is not very much important, but you must be try to remember. Okay, here is our most important chapter. Will be start from this paragraph. So here two things, because it is coming under your Guru Parampara, and so must have a Guru here. And here, who is the Guru or who is the master? according to the all hot yoga text, what we can say? The
Adinath.
yes, very good. So Adinath or Lord Siva. So you have to point out here. I'm already highlighted. You just try to point out here. The master is Lord Siva or Adinath, who has been described as preachers. What do you mean by preachers?
The one who preaches or teaches.
Yes, the one who preaches or teaches. Teaches means this is the teacher. So we can say that it is the synonym of your master. Master, okay, or the mentor. Who is the mentor or master? That is called preacher. So here Lord Siva Adinath is the preacher and goddess Parvati, okay, who is already named as Sureshwari in this Yoga Bija Hatha Yoga text. He is the listener. That means he is the disciple here. Okay. The two character is here in this Yoga Bija Upanishad. One is Lord Siva, who is the master, and Parvati, the goddess, who just put the question to the Lord Siva. Okay. It is most important. The other name of Parvati, that is Sureshwari. Just try to point out. So there is many discussions are going on with the Parvati and Lord Siva, but there are simply 12 questions Parvati asked. What are these? So that are important for us. The subject matter. What the 12 questions are fast question. So listen carefully and try to point out these 12 questions. The first question is putting by the Lord Goddess Parvati. How could the self be emancipated from the sufferings of pairs of delusion? Okay, how could the self? Okay, how could the self? What do you mean by here? Self means
Jivatma.
yes. Here we're just talking about the Atma. Okay,
GOURI
emancipated
ma'am,
means yes.
please more zoom. Otherwise, on YouTube, students will not able to see properly the slides. Please more zoom.
It's
More
okay,
zoom.
sir.
More zoom. More zoom. More zoom. More zoom.
It's not.
Yes. 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 Little out. Little zoom out. Yes. It will be good. Yes, ma'am. Please continue. Yes.
Okay,
Sorry.
so thank you. Okay, the 12th question, the first question will be asked by the Lord, Goddess Parvati to Lord Siva. First question is, how could the self be emancipated from the sufferings of pairs of delusion? Okay, the self means here we are talking about just asking the Goddess Parvati about the Atma. Okay, what do you mean by emancipated? Emancipated means free from. How can a self? How could a self be free from the suffering of pairs of delusion? Delusion means a false belief. What is the false belief? What we think about ourselves, that we are just made up with our body and the names, we are just we are identify ourselves in this way. So that is called the false belief. Okay, here just Parvati will be asked, how could the self will be emancipated, means free to from any type of suffering which is just coming for due to the delusion. What are the means of salvation? Okay, this is the first question which is put by the goddess Parvati. Then second question here, how did the self, which itself is supreme God, get the state of individual soul? Okay, how did the self, means the Atma, which is itself is the supreme God. If we are talking about the supreme God, then the self is itself the supreme God. Then how the get the state of individual soul? Okay, how it will be get a individual soul? That will be discussed later and when we go through it. Just try to remember the questions. Okay. I think second one is all of you clear the question what she asked. Yes or no? Just confirm me.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
third one. Let's come to the third question. What she asked na, if ignorance is the cause of bondage. Okay, because here the question will be asked in the during emancipated in the first question. So it will be ignorance is there. So third question it will become that if ignorance is the cause of bondage, all type of bondage means we are not able to free, then salvation must be achieved by knowledge. Then what is the use of yoga? Okay, just see, just trying in the question answer that whatever the answers are given by the Lord Siva, she just asking in the different way. If you are telling that knowledge will be good, if one will be collect the knowledge, then one will be get the salvation. Then why? Then what is the use of yoga? I can see put the question. So here it is the third question. Then next come to the fourth question. If ignorance is something different from the evils like anger and desire and etc. Here the anger, desire, the things are called as evils in the name. Okay, so you have to remember evils means who are not
Kleshas.
yes.
The kleshas.
Yes, the kleshas. So that are anger and desire are called evils. Okay. Then what are the mean to get rid of this ignorance? What do you mean by rid? Means how will we
To be
get
free
out?
from.
Yes, how will we get out of this ignorance? Okay. So simply we can say that how one will be free from the anger and desire. If you there here, the goddess Parvati will try to ask the question to the Lord Siva. Then come to the fifth question. On the one hand, if on the one hand, Jnani has been described as inferior to yogi. Okay, here some discussion is going on with the Lord Siva and Parvati, and say consider that on the one hand, Jnani means one who has attained the spiritual knowledge. Okay, for having the spiritual knowledge, they are called here Jnani. So, Goddess Parvati is asking, on the one hand, Jnani has been described. Means you are telling that Jnani is inferior one to yogi. On the other hand, who is yogi? Who has attained the success in yoga. Yogi means who is success in yoga. Jnani means who have the knowledge of spirituality. Okay. Then on the other hand, it has also been accepted that nothing remains unknown for a Jnani in this world. Then why is it so that a Jnani does not attain liberation? If a Jnani is inferior than yogi, just try to understand what is this question is there. 2 points is there, Jnani and yogi. They are just try to differentiate. If Jnani is inferior than the yogi, and Jnani having all the knowledge, okay, and there is nothing to know more, then why it is so that Jnani does not attain liberation? Okay, so this one is for fifth question of the goddess Parvati. Then come to the sixth question. How does a yogi behave? If yogi is good and yogi will be get success, then how does a yogi behave? What is the behavior of the yogi? Here it will be put the sixth question. How does he attain liberation after giving up this body? When a yogi gets free from this body, then how he will get the liberation? And what is his behavior? Okay, this is the sixth question. Then next come to the seventh question. Up to what stage does a Jnani reach? What stage means here? What do we say here? Stage means come to. What is the level? If you are telling like this, Jnani is like this and yogi is like this type of discussion with the Lord Siva, then what is the stage does a Jnani reach? Then eighth question, how and why is it so that a Jnani attains the salvation through many lives, whereas a yogi attains it during one and the same birth. It is a very important question here. Eighth one. If you are telling, what are the discussion? Many questions are putting by the goddess Parvati. Then Lord Siva will be described what is Jnani, what is yogi. Okay. Then eighth question will be put by the goddess Parvati, that how and why is it so that it is that Jnani attains the salvation through many lives. Remember, Jnani will be attains in many lives. Okay, many lives, whereas a yogi attains it during one. Means a Jnani will be, if a Jnani want to get the salvation, then he will be take many life, means many births. He need to go through it. But a yogi will be attain it in the same birth, means in one birth also he got the salvation. How and why it is possible, and how it is will be possible? Please describe me and tell me what is the reason behind it. Okay, this one is the eighth question. Okay, all of you understand, I think so. Or any problem, please just, you can ask me in between if you want. Yes, anyone having any doubt?
Ma'am, in the fourth question,
Yes,
it says if ignorance is something different from the evils. So here,
yes,
evils have been described as anger and desire.
yes. Here, evils means the generally, which is the enemy of
Kama,
the
Krodha,
human
the
being.
Shadripu, right? The Arshad
Yes,
Varga.
yes, yes,
And that is, per the question, it looks like ignorance is different from the Arishad Varga.
yes,
What are the means to get rid of this ignorance, right?
yes.
What are the means to get rid? So, does it indicate that
Hmm.
getting rid of ignorance is different from the way we get rid of the shed repos?
Yes, little bit it will be, a question is like putting in the same order that if ignorance is something, means ignorance is different from the evils, means the anger and desire. According to what you are telling, that is right. According to this question, okay. And what are the means get rid of this ignorance? Means if the angers and ignorance of the desires are different, and you are trying to go out of this is the question. Okay, when we go inside, then we can know more.
Ma'am.
Okay, so here she just asking, if you are telling ignorance is different, anger and desire are different from the ignorance, then how we can get out from the ignorance? This is the simple way. I hope you understand. Yes.
Kind of, ma'am. It's not clear though, but maybe based on the answers that we will go through after reading through the paragraphs, next set of paragraphs, then probably I'll get a clear picture.
Yes, yes. Don't try to
Ma'am,
mix
I
it to
think
others.
it
Okay?
is referring the previous questions. See, because
Yes,
how did the
yes.
self with itself is supreme? Because how you differentiate yourself and God? What is the difference? And that is the
Yes,
ignorance. We are not recognize ourselves. And this anger and desire are all kleshas. The kleshas are
yes,
different, and realizing self is difference. So here, ignorance meaning you don't know who you are. That is your ignorance because you recognize yourself as a body and mind,
yes,
right?
yes,
And
yes,
here, that is not related to anger and desire. Anger and desire is totally different.
yes. It is just linked with this questions, all are linked to each other. Okay. When you read out the question, you can understand because all the questions are interrelated to each other. So, whatever you have knowledge on that basis, don't try to go inside. Whenever we go one by one, when one by one question will be revealed, then you can got your answers. I think so. Clear? Clear to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. Ma'am, the second question, individual soul, it means the oneness with God. Second,
Yes. Again, can you repeat? I'm not able to hear you properly.
there it is mentioned individual soul.
Where? The
The
two
second
number
question,
question.
ma'am. Yeah. So it
Yes.
means getting oneness with God.
No. Here he is just asking in different way. If you are telling self is itself is a supreme God, we are just telling na.
Yes, yes.
Actually, in the answer, Lord Siva will be tell that I am is the one who is present in all self. Okay, so I am the supreme one. Then the Parvati will be ask him that if self is the supreme God, okay, itself,
Yes.
then how to get, how one will be get the individual soul. Okay, individual means
Individual,
one
it
person.
means
Here individual means we are the Atma. Okay, we are the individual means we are the self or the what we say,
with conscious mind.
conscious mind.
Conscious.
Okay,
Okay,
when
thank you.
we are getting liberated, when one person, suppose one person will be get bath, in that way you just try to understand. I'm just try to understand you the individual soul and supreme soul. You know, yes or no? Individual soul means the normal one or
Normal.
what we
Okay.
have. Okay, we are.
Jivatma, ma'am.
Yes.
Is it Jivatma, individual self?
Ha.
And Supreme
Jivatma.
God is
Supreme God
Paramatma.
means yes, Paramatma. Okay. So here the self is also in the same way it is considered as, we can say that self is considered as individual soul. Okay. If we say that self is, which itself is supreme God, and God get the state of individual soul, then how? Means how will we get a jibat? How will we are become a jibatma? Okay, what is the way? Little bit when we
Okay.
go through the answers, then little bit you are clear.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you.
don't
Thank
try
you.
to be don't be worried about that. Okay, in which number we are? I think 7 or 8.
9.
9, ma'am.
9. Okay. The 9th number question is, what is yoga? Okay, after discussing about Jnani, Yogi, what are the merits of the yoga, then now Parvati is try to understand, try to know that what is yoga, what is the procedure of yoga practice, what is the procedure, and how does one accrue salvation through yoga. Okay, means what is yoga? In one question, 3 questions are there. What is yoga? What is the procedure of practice of yoga? Then how does one will be get the salvation through yoga? Okay, 3 questions in one question here. Clear? I think it is very clear and a very simple question. Next, 10th number question. What are the 4 systems of yoga with their brief introduction? Okay. Then Lord Siva will be tell about the 4 systems of yoga. 4 systems means here we are discussing 4 types of yoga is there. Now we will discuss. Wait for the seconds with their brief introduction. Okay. Then 11th question will come. What is the meant by Kakamat and Karkatamat? These 2 are very important names. Try to remember. What is the meant by Kakamat? Okay. Kakamata and Karkatamata. Here Kakamat means crow. Okay. And Karkatamata the monkey. Okay. These 2, they are just difference between these 2, and try to tell how one will, who is the either crow or monkey who will be get a particular how they will be get salvation in which way. If you are going in the Kakamath, then you will be what is the result? If you are going through the Karkatamath, then what is the result? Okay, these two are very important. Next is 12. What is Siddhi and what is its utility in yoga? Okay, lastly, after discussing all the things, then lastly 12th question, Goddess Parvati is asking that, what is Siddhi? Means what is the liberation? What is the moksha? What is its utility in yoga? If one will be get Siddhis, then what happen in yoga? Okay, these are the 12 questions which is asked by the Goddess Parvati to Lord Siva or Adinath. Okay, and then what is in between this book? Now here, some more things are, I'm just highlighting you. Many things are discussing in this here. If we go through, these are the 12 questions and here. So here, Lord Siva will be describe some pranayams. Before going to pranayam, here most important, he just try to one posture which is known as Vajrasana. All of you, I think, able to see my highlight. What? Yes or no? Vajrasana. So here Siddhasana is called Vajrasana. Okay, most highlighted point here. You have to remember Siddhasana, but here it is discussed by the Lord Siva that Vajrasana, if you are sitting in Vajrasana, the practitioner should practice for 15 days to attain the stage of which stage, the Siddhi stage you can got. Okay. And during this period, the fire kindled by the practice of pranayam heats the kundalini, and the kundalini enters the Susumna Nadi along with breath and fire and goes ahead pressing the Brahma Granthi. Okay. I hope you know the three Granthis are there. What are they?
Brahma Granthi, Vishnu Granthi, Rudra Granthi.
Very good. So here he just tried to tell Lord Siva, if you are practice Vajrasana, then it will be more easy to waken up your Susumna Nadi, or it will be clear your Susumna Nadi and you will awake your Kundalini. Okay, and most probably here 4 kumbhaks are described. Kumbhak means what? Pranayam. So Surya Bheda, Pranayam, Ujjayi, Sitali and Bastri. Yes. The 4 pranayam are discussed here. Surya Veda, Ujjayi, Sitali and Bastri pranayam. Okay. You have to remember this 4. We will discuss according to when we go through it. Surya Veda, as you know, the normal way to perform this pranayam, the practitioner should take very moderate diet. They are just described about this, what we do before this pranayam. After taking his seat in a deserted place, the practitioner should inhale the external air through the right nostril and should hold it. Wait, someone is. This is called Surya Veda or Surya Pranayam. Okay. So it is 2 words are coming here. I hope you point out Surya Veda, as you know, and it is also here called as Surya Pranayam. Okay, try to point out and try to remember it. Surya Veda or Surya Pranayam. It may be question is there. If Surya Veda and Surya Pranayam, in which yoga text are described these 2 names, like in this order, we can face the question. Then regular practice of this pranayam cures all types of abdominal and rheumatic diseases as well as the diseases of throat. Okay. These are the discussion or benefits of the Surya Veda pranayam. The next second pranayam is Ujjayi Kumbhak pranayam. The practitioner should breathe in the air through both the nostrils. Here in Surya Veda pranayam, what is the discussion? That you have to, where is that? Right nostril. Through inhale and should inhale the external air through the right nostril and should hold it. Only this much. Thereafter, he should slowly exhale through the left nostril. Both the nostrils are described here. Right nostril and left nostril. You have to inhale through right, exhale through the left. Here in Ujjayi Kumbhak, it is discussed that right and left simultaneously you have to take the, as usual, normal Ujjayi, we are practice Ujjayi pranayam, this one. So this is called Ujjayi pranayam. No posture has been fixed for this pranayam. There is no discussion about the posture that you have to sit in this posture, then you have to do it. No. Only they are telling about the Ujjayi Kumbhak pranayam. Then third one, and just benefits is discussed. The disease of throat, abdomen, head, knobs are cured and the fire inside the body is placed. Okay. These are the benefits of your Ujjayi pranayam. Then third thing is Sitli pranayam. By raising the tongue upward, the air should be inhaled in such a way, okay, that it may enter touching the lower tip of the tongue. Then exhale it through both the nostrils. This is called Sitli Karan pranayam. It is a highlighted thing. Try to note out. Sitli pranayam is also named here. Sorry. Sitli Kari pranayam. Okay. So in Sitli pranayam, what you need to do here, you need to fold your raising the tongue upward. Okay, what do we need to do in the Sitli normal Sitli pranayam? What do we do? Can anyone explain me in the normal Sitli pranayam? What do we practice?
Rolling the
We
tongue.
roll the tongue.
Roll the tongue. But here it is not anything is taught about the rolled. Here by raising the tongue upward, the air should be inhaled in a such a way. Okay, just try to remember that the normal way we are doing rolled, but here raising the tongue upward. Raising the tongue means in which practice we are doing raising the tongue upward?
Pechuri.
Yes, most probably here they are just try to tell. It is not described in the book, but if we understand, try to understand little bit, then it will be talk about the khechri. The air should be inhaled in such a way that it may enter touching the lower tip of the tongue. Okay. Then exhale through the both nostrils. Inhale through that when you raising the tongue upward, in that situation you have to breathe in and breathe out through the both the nostril. And the other name is Sitli Karan pranayam. The next one is Bhastra pranayam. Bhastra means here little bit.
Bastrika.
Yes.
Bastrika, ma'am.
Yes. So inhale the air speedily by expanding and contracting the chest like blacksmith bellows, so as to produce tiredness in the body. Okay, it is just talking about the Vastrika that you have to forcefully you have to do, but here they are telling that inhale the air expanding and contracting the chest. In this pranayam also the air should be inhaled through the right nostril and be exhaled through the left nostril. Okay, inhale through the right nostril and exhale through the left nostril. This is called Vanstra or Bhastri pranayam. The other name, mostly it is to be highlighted. Okay, it is called Bhastra or Bhastri pranayam, the other name. By practicing this pranayam, the diseases caused by Vata, Pitta and Kapha are cured. The Kundalini awakens and all the chakras are opened. Okay, many benefits are telling here. The Vastrika pranayam. Here, it is to be noticed here that in all the 4 pranayams mentioned above, the method of inhaling and exhaling differs, but the technique of Kumbhak is the same, and the Kumbhak is inevitable in all the 4 pranayam. Okay, it is to be noted that all the 4 pranayam mentioned here, all are the method of inhaling or exhaling differs. You can, I already told you that where you need to inhale and where you need to exhale. What is the difference? Okay, but the techniques of Kumbhak is the same, and the Kumbhak is inevitable in all the 4 pranayam. Clear? Next, here we are discussing the Lord Siva also describe about the 3 bandhas. One is Mula Bandha, Udyan Bandh and Jalandhar Bandh. Okay, most important. How many pranayam? How many pranayam here we discuss?
4.
4 pranayam.
How many questions?
12. 12 questions.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes.
In not every pranayama out of these 4 pranayamas, Kumbhaka, if I understand Kumbhaka in the right way, it is breath retention, right? Holding the breath.
Yes, yes.
So if you look at the Bhastrika pranayama or Bhastra pranayama, in that there is no mention about Kumbhaka.
Yes. But it is...
and also in Shitali pranayama, there is no Kumbhaka mentioned.
Yes.
But in Ujjayi, they've mentioned about holding.
Yes.
So my question again in Surya Bheda also, they haven't mentioned anything about holding. Out of the 4 pranayamas, only Ujjayi Kumbhaka is a place where there is holding of breath mentioned.
Yes.
But when it concludes, there is a clear message saying that Kumbhaka is the same. And Kumbhaka is inevitable in all the 4 pranayams.
Yes.
Right? But they have not mentioned it. Is it because they haven't mentioned the method of pranayama in detail, or why have they mentioned that point if there is nothing mentioned about Kumbhaka in Shitali, Bhastra and Surya Veda?
How much it is we are discussing now, that much only in that scope. Okay, no more discussion about that particularly. Like if you is check other Atyoga takes different dissimilarities also there. Someone name is different, something the practice also different. In this way, it is also some difference also you got. Okay. Kumbhaka is just name as Kumbhaka practicing, but there is no discussion about the Kumbhaka. Only Ujjayi will be tell how you just telling. In Ujjayi also, in Ujjayi only, they are describing about the Kumbhaka. Okay, but it is, but what do we say here? It is what
Is
it
there
is
a
telling.
possibility to get such question, ma'am? Like related to the Kumbhaka of these 4 pranayamas?
Yes, maybe. Yes, maybe.
With such vague information in the book?
According to your book, according to your base of your book, you can maybe this question will be arise that in which, particularly in which pranayam Kumbhaka is described. If we put a question like this.
So that's only in
Ujjayi.
Ujjayi pranayama they've described about the kumbhaka,
Yes.
but the other three they haven't mentioned anything about kumbhaka.
Yes, yes. Then you if question is like this, then you can got the option Suryavad, Ujjayi, Sitli, and Bastri also. 4. Then you have to put your Ujjayi, because only discussion only in the Ujjayi we are just seeing that Kumbhak is mentioned. In other 3 there is no Kumbhak is there. Okay.
No, but ma'am, in Surya Veda also it says we are seeing the screen should hold. So after taking its seat in a desired place, the practitioner should inhale the external air to the right nostril and should hold it. So this doesn't mean you're holding.
Yeah, that is also kumbhaka only. Hold it means it is kumbhaka only.
So which
Yes.
means in Surya
Yes,
Pranayama
it's right,
also we are
right,
holding.
sir. Right, sir. Here also it is.
Surya Veda, yeah, Surya Veda also they have mentioned about hold it.
Okay.
And
Yes.
Ujjayi also they've mentioned about holding it for as much as one can.
Here also, I think.
But Shitali they've not mentioned anything about holding.
Yes.
And Bhastra also they've not mentioned, because how is it possible to hold in Bhastra pranayama, ma'am?
Yes, this little bit difficult. Okay, whatever it is written in the book, I am just showing you that much only.
Maybe from the sloka it is not very obvious about the kumbhaka. That is the translation of the shloka only.
Yes.
But the concluding paragraph says that all 4 pranayamas have kumbhaka, and kumbhaka is inevitable for all these 4 pranayamas.
Yes, yes. Right.
That raises a clear question, ma'am. If there is a shloka for this last what do we say, the paragraph, the concluding paragraph, then it will be very clear whether what they are intending to say.
Yes, yes. When we go through the slokas, then it will be clear to all of you. Okay. We're discussing the what is inside. We are just go through a little bit.
Yes,
We are
yes.
touching. Okay.
Yeah,
Little bit we are just touching that what are the asanas that is described, how many bandhas are there, how many pranayams
Would
are
this
there.
be covered in greater detail, ma'am, later?
Yes, yes, we will go inside. Don't be worried. Okay,
Yeah.
today only I'm just telling you what is the what we say concluded part only. I'm just telling you. Then after that, in the next class, we will go through the slokas one by one. Okay, don't be worried.
No, ma'am, here the Bastrika is mentioned in a different way, right? Inhaling through the right nostril so
Yes,
that you
yes.
can able to hold. No, that is a possible to hold.
Okay, little bit we will
Yes.
go on it. First, let me finish. Only 5 minutes are left. First, let me finish this one. Then after that, we will discuss. Okay? Yes, yes. So the 3, how many bandhas are described here? 3 bandhas. Mula bandha, Udyana bandha, and Jalandhar bandha. Most probably. But little bit it will be, may you get some difference. Mula bandha and Udyan Bandh and Jalandhar Bandh. We will go inside of this all bandhas. Don't be worried. Okay. Then what will be next? Here most important, how many yogas are described here? You have to remember Mantra Yoga, Laya Yoga, and Raj Yoga. These 4. Okay. Most important point here, how many yogas are described in Yoga-Bij Upanishads? You have to remember the sequence also. Mantra Yoga, after that Laya Yoga, Hatha Yoga, and Raja Yoga. When these all yogas are collective, all are collected, that is called Mahayoga. It is also need to be remembered. Okay. What are the most important things? I am just highlighting you. because today I just tried to complete the introductory part, and next point is here in this book, in Yoga Bija Upanishad, two kinds of siddhis are mentioned. One is imaginative and unimaginative. Okay, two things. What is imaginative? Now, the siddhis attained with the help of chemicals, medicines, stones, mantras, etc. are called imaginative siddhis. Okay, the siddhis attained by yoga sadhana, it is called unimaginative. So these two need to remember, and which one is best, that is also described by the Lord Siva. Yeah, and on which siddhi will be give you moksha or salvation, that is also mentioned. Okay, this much we are finished in the time. Okay, this much for your introduction of the Yoga Bija Upanishad. I hope all of you clear little bit. We will go inside. Don't be worried. If any confusion is there, then we will clear. Yes. All of you clear, I think. Yes. Now
Yes.
I'm just stop recording.
Yes, ma'am.
Whatever the questions you have, then after that I will take.
Can you share this PDF with us?
Yes, definitely. I will share with you.